Holy cow! Welcome to Donnie's Hangout Adventures and what, just a cow? Yes, I am a lifelong Chiefs fan. I've been through their very lean years. The only time I wasn't a Chiefs fan was when they had Joe Montana in the 90s for those 2 years. And I was hoping they wouldn't win a Super Bowl, which they did not. So it's the only 2 years I wasn't a Chiefs fan. And unfortunately, so is my brother. I'm not a Chiefs fan because of my brother. No, I'm a Chiefs fan because I was pretty much born into it. That's because of my biological father. He was a Missouri. No matter what it was with Missouri, whether it was the Chiefs, if it was the St. Louis Cardinals, it didn't matter with him. He was always a fan of Missouri teams. He wasn't so much a fan of the Kansas City Royals, but you put a St. Louis baseball game on, you sit there and watch it. Kansas City Royals, he would change the channel. I know that sounds weird. I never did figure that out. But so I pretty much get that from my biological father, from being a Chiefs fan. And like I said, you know what? I remember in 2020 with the fixed Super Bowl they had with the Chiefs and the Bucks, because they wanted to give Tom Brady another Super Bowl ring, and before he retired, because we knew he was going to be retiring. So I remember that fixed election and that awesome Super Bowl they had, with Shakira and Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo. But me and my wife absolutely loved that halftime show. It was one of the best halftime shows in recent memory. It's up there with Snoop Dogg. But me and my wife, we were sitting enjoying it. My brother, not so much. Not so much. He wasn't interested in, how can you not be interested in looking at J-Lo and Shakira shake their booty? How could you not be interested in that? Me and my wife joked then. We still joke about it 3 years later. Maybe your brother's gay. What? You know what? Probably not. Most gay people have good personal hygiene. So, time to move on. Now, let's talk about current events. The Chiefs. This may not be entirely the Chiefs' fault. Yes, they're 8-5. They end up losing another game to the Bills, 21-17. Of course, you can put the blame on the refs. I don't know if I can put the blame on the refs. Patrick Mahomes ain't having a Patrick Mahomes type season. This is the first season since his rookie year, when he only started one game, where he had 0 rushing touchdowns. You can always count on him for at least 5 a year, so his rushing touchdowns has been pretty non-existent. Existing this year. 23 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That's not Patrick Mahomes type numbers. And he's averaging under 300 yards passing almost every year, except his rookie year when he only started one game. He's averaged over 300 yards passing per game. They're lacking wide receivers. They have a great defense. They could easily be, at this point, 11-2 if it wasn't for that their offense has just been very stagnant. Very, very stagnant. I thought it was 14-0. And I don't know if it's about 50% their fault, but there's a huge distraction. A huge distraction with the Chiefs. It'd be like the elephant. If you had an elephant in your front row and you invited guests over, and there's the elephant, and nobody notices the elephant sitting in the room. They're like, nobody mentions it. What's the big elephant in the room with the Chiefs? It's not any of the players on the Chiefs, their entire roster. Actually, one chief in particular. What? Their tight end, Travis Kelce. And this has actually been a bigger fucking story than the entire Chiefs season. Nobody talks about how the Chiefs are struggling. Nobody talks about that. That is the most losses they've had. Well, it's tied for the most losses. One year they went 12-5, but you know, that was fine. But this year they're going to exceed that. So the big elephant in the room, the major distraction, is Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. God, I hate this. It's so. I don't think she even has to pay for tickets. And if she did pay for a ticket, it surely wouldn't be. She would have some of the worst seats, because getting a Chiefs ticket, that's pretty hard to do. They're really hard to get. Their season tickets sell out pretty quickly. I mean, to even get a ticket at a Chiefs game, you have to be extremely lucky to even get a ticket. It's not like the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets, where the tickets are easy to come by. Chiefs tickets are hard to come by. And they're expensive too. And what? Oh, you're right. She don't have to set out in the elements. No, she don't have to set in the elements. Listen, this is nothing new. This is nothing new with football players. This always went on. Football players, it's usually their wives. Okay, take Patrick Mahomes' wife. Beautiful lady. Take Patrick Mahomes' wife. She's in the skybox, or the whatever they call those, in the upper deck. She's in those. She's out of the elements. She's in where it's warm, so she don't really have to be in the elements when it really gets cold, because it will in December, especially in the middle of Kansas City. So, you know, that's fine. But they don't even focus on any of the wives of Kansas City. Quite frankly, they don't even focus on the wife of Andy Reid. The main focus is Taylor Swift, which I gotta tell you, this is like the perfect PR, public relations stunt. Does she care about Travis Kelce? I seriously doubt it. At this point. This has been a PR stunt that has given her a ton of publicity, like she needs it, and she gets free tickets. She could buy the tickets, let's be honest. She's one of the highest paid, actually overpaid, overhyped country singers on the face of the planet. So she gets free tickets. She even won Time Person of the Year for, why did you win Time Person of the Year? You know, just a cow? We don't know. We have no fucking idea why she won Time Person of the Year. I mean, it really means nothing. I'll throw out two names that won Time Person of the Year. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Do I need to say any more than that? I really don't. And a lot of people are sick of the coverage. And Taylor Swift has went on record and saying, well, I don't know, the camera is focusing on me. Bullshit. That's why you're at a Chiefs game, because you know the camera's going to go directly to the biggest country singer in the world. So of course you know the camera's going to go directly onto you. I hate this. I really do. They don't even focus on Chiefs games anymore. They immediately focus on Taylor Swift, who has been at 80% of the Chiefs games. There's only like one game she didn't go to. And it's funny. She has world tours going on. Do you realize she plans around that to where she will be at a Chiefs home game? She doesn't go to any of the road games. She only goes to the home games. She's never been to one of the Chiefs' road games. Not once. She has gotten more publicity than the Chiefs have gotten all year. It's time to just move away from that. We've had to put up a whole season of will they or won't they get married? I don't care. I don't give two hoots about them getting married. I don't give three hoots for Taylor Swift. She's the almost overpaid, overrated country singer of all time. I don't care. Mr. Cow, can you think of any song that you like that she has done? No? Neither can I. Well, that's all, folks.